Welcome back to my channel. This is not supposed to be a food haul, but I just got a nice little Tesco delivery order, so I just wanted to show you what I got before I jump into breakfast. My tummy is grumbling. It's like 10:30 and I haven't eaten breakfast just yet. But anyway, so I've got some carbs here. I've got some protein bagels, which are my fave, some Hovis bread, just normal pasta because this is a good like cupboard food to have. And then moving on to some protein, I've got some salmon, normal salmon, smoked salmon, eggs under there, some vegetarian sausages which are really nice. We've got some fruit. I already bought some bananas, so I've got extra bananas. These looked really nice. I've seen loads of people have these. They're the Kalo veggie cakes, so a little bit different to the rice and corn cakes. And they're beetroot and balsamic, so hopefully they taste nice. Little mayonnaise fell over there. It's very small. I don't know why I got a tiny one. I've got a massive tub of Fage yogurt because I eat this with granola a lot. Just some plant-based dairy-free margarine. Literally doesn't make sense because like none of these are vegan. But anyway, I don't like eating too much dairy. Also these. So a little friend told me about these. These are Outpro. And they do plant protein, so there's 50 grams of protein per pack, which is really, really good. I mean, soy milk is one of the best ones for protein. I drink almond a lot, but there's not much kind of protein source in there. So yeah, definitely got two. And then just some fruit and veggies, really. I've just got some asparagus, avocados, some frozen berries, which really need to be in the freezer right now, and some fresh berries. I like to keep the frozen ones just for rainy days if I kind of, you know, want to make anything or I run out of fresh berries. Raspberries and blueberries, some spinach, and I also got these beetroots as well. So yeah, I'm gonna make some little bagel breakfast, I think. Today's breakfast is gonna be 2 of these protein bagel thins, some avocado, probably half an avocado, and some smoked salmon. I can't be bothered to make an egg. It's already like 10:30 and I usually eat breakfast at about 9ish, 8:30. So yeah, gonna be super, super quick. And there is my lovely little breakfast. So 2 bagels, 1 is definitely not enough. Smashed avocado, which I just basically spread. Smoked salmon and just some pepper on top. If you've got some chili flakes or some dill, that works nicely as well. I'm just going to pop some mayonnaise, light mayonnaise onto them as well. I'm also going to have a banana because I do like eating fruit for breakfast. And then I'm gonna just have some fruit tea. So I'm not really tired today. I had a nice lie-in, so I don't need coffee. But I picked this up on my holiday actually. Oh, and it's like I've never seen this flavor before. So it's I never know how to say that. Rooibos cream orange, and I've never heard of this flavor before. So it's like a vanilla-y orange flavor. It smells really nice. I'm just going to pour some hot water in there. Oh, it smells so good. It actually smells like a, you know, like an orange cream, orange vanilla cream kind of flavor. So I think you have to leave this in there for 5 to 8 minutes. I usually leave my tea bag in, but I don't really want it to be too strong. So yeah, there is my lovely little breakfast. So I'm just having a little snack now. I am just working on a few content bits, but I've got an orange here. I was going to say clementine. I've got an orange here I have just cut up, and I've got about 30 grams of Brazil nuts, that is. So that's kind of like the portion size. I think that's about 8 Brazil nuts there, and it's actually about maybe 200 calories. So although they're very good for you, they are high in calories. So great if you're like bulking. It's one of the best foods to have. You only need a small kind of amount of it, low volume, to have kind of high calories. And then I'm feeling a little bit sluggish today. Maybe I've slept too much, which I don't usually do. So I'm just having a little coffee. Don't mind my straighteners. I'm still in my nightgown. I'm just a little cold, so when I work I like to be cozy. But yeah, this is my new little mug. It's the palace I visited when I went to Vienna. And it seems like a very kind of milky coffee, but I do just need a little pick me up. So yeah, I'm gonna get some more work done, and oh, I can't forget to take my vitamins. So I try and kind of switch these up. I've got my prebiotics there, some vitamin D, more vitamin D and iron. So I think I'm gonna have my iron or vitamin D. I think I'll have my vitamin D, and then yeah. But I'm gonna put some dinner in the oven. So I have been away for the last kind of few days, but yeah, so I don't really have much food in the fridge. I need to do a shop, and I've done like a Tesco delivery shop for the weekend, but until then I do have a few like bits and bobs I want to use up. I'm still on my bulk. I'm still trying to eat a lot more calories. I'm not counting calories at the minute, but I'm generally quite good at just knowing how much food I'm supposed to be eating. So I've got a butternut squash that has been in my fridge for a while. I think they're pretty good, as in they don't really go off super quick. So I'm gonna probably roast that, cut that in half, roast it in the oven for about 45 minutes, and then I'm probably gonna open a can of chickpeas and have like a Buddha bowl type thing with like roasted squash, sweet corn, chickpeas, maybe like some broccoli in there, and have a nice like healthy wholesome food bowl. But I do have to wait 45 minutes for the squash to cook. We finally got there, guys. We finally cut it in half. God, you do need a really good knife. Kids, don't try this at home. Make sure you get a responsible adult. So yeah, I'm going to scoop out all the insides, put it on that tray, season it a little, and then roast it. But that reminds me, I really do need to put the oven on to about 180-ish. I'm going to just whack it to 200 just to be safe. So yeah. So I have just seasoned these with a little bit of sea salt, pepper and cumin and olive oil, and they should be ready to go. These are quite thick, so I'm gonna put it in for 45 minutes, but it might take a little bit longer. But yeah. And here, if you can see in this light, I have just shredded up some kale, and I'm gonna try and make crispy kale. Now I've attempted this like 3 times already. So yeah, I've attempted this like 3 times already to make crispy kale. I don't know why it's not focusing. And I've always burnt it, and I think the thing I'm doing wrong is I'm shredding them too little. I'm putting kind of a little bit of like maple syrup on them. They're too small, and I'm putting them in the oven for far too long. The oven's just gone off, so I'm going to pop in my bits. So I've kept them kind of big and chunky. I put a bit of paprika and cumin on there instead. And I think I'm going to put the squash in first, because that goes in for 45 minutes. And then I'm going to kind of halfway through pop in the kale, but only keep it in for like 5 minutes, I think. And just keep checking, because every time I keep it in for like 10 minutes, it just literally burns to a crisp. So in the meantime, this is all the kind of waste. Oh, sorry. You can use the seeds for like other things. You can roast them, but I am just going to put them in my little composty thing, food bin thing. I can't believe I never used to put it in a food bin. And I made this like makeshift food bin. So it's like a little, it's literally like a little tub. My dad actually, this is his idea, and I don't want like the kitchen to smell, so I've just put this little like plastic thing as a lid. But yeah, it's just really good for like rotting veg. I'm gonna pop all that in there, and then obviously it gets taken by the food bin people. So yeah, I don't really want to waste anything. I eat a lot of fruit and veg, so this is always quite important. Save our planet and all that. Okay, I've just got this out of the oven, the squash. I just want to feel it. Oh yeah, it's actually quite nice and soft. I'm just thinking, I don't know if I should put it in for a little bit longer, but then I don't want it to get even harder and like a burn. I think it's perfect actually. I can probably scoop it out. So yeah, these are done. I'm gonna kind of scoop it out and make like a butternut squash, not a mash, but you know what I mean. And the kale's still in the oven, so yes. And ooh, here is my finished product. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting. So the crispy kale actually didn't burn today. It is crispy, it's still green, it's not black. And I tried a bit and it does taste nice as well. So I've got some there. I've drizzled some balsamic vinegar over it. I've got some sweet corn I've had left over. That is the butternut squash. It was quite a big butternut squash, so there's a lot of that underneath. And then I've mixed some chickpeas and kidney beans in there as well. And seasoned with some kind of paprika, and then put a little dollop of natural yogurt that I've got. So it's a nice wholesome meal. The thing about being like predominantly eating like a vegetarian vegan diet, I obviously eat chicken and fish and eggs, but when I eat veggie and vegan, you do want to make sure you have a range of kind of different colors and different protein sources, just so you get all of your proteins and all of your amino acids, which you can't necessarily get in full plant-based food. So you do need to kind of mix up things, which is why I've mixed up like chickpeas and kidney beans together, sweet corn, butternut squash, kale, a little bit of yogurt. Obviously much easier just like having some chicken with this, but you know, it's always nice eating kind of plant-based food. So yeah, I'm going to gobble this down. And then I've got a little client call, so yeah. So here is a little bedtime snack. It's my last meal of the day. But yeah, I just came back from the gym, well, quite a while ago now, so I showered, quite hungry. But yeah, I've got some Alpro protein milk in there, the one that I showed you earlier, some blueberries, and there's 2.5 Weetabix. I was debating 3, but I've just got 2.5, and then I've got some organic raspberry jam and some blueberries, and I'm just going to eat this before bed. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my what I eat in a day, and I just wanted to chat a little bit about creatine and the benefits of it and how I've kind of found it. A few people have asked me if I use it, and then obviously I've been documenting it on my Instagram, so a few people are asking me what it's like. Yeah, I've been taking it for I think maybe a month now. Not entirely sure, but it's been more than a few weeks, and I'm definitely feeling much stronger. So let's talk about that first. Definitely able to lift more. Obviously I train in the morning, so sorry, I keep looking here and I'm supposed to be looking here. So yeah, I train in the morning, so I don't really train on much food in the morning. I literally just eat a banana, grab it and then go. But those lifts are still really strong, and when I train in the evenings, I'm definitely noticing I'm much stronger as well. So my hip thrusts are increasing. My squats are something I've always struggled with, but they're strangely turning relatively easy, and I'm actually enjoying them, which is really weird. But yeah, those are, and my deadlifts, and loads of other kind of smaller exercises, upper body, back. I'm feeling much stronger than I ever have. I'm able to recover a lot quicker. So last time I did my bulk, which was in like 2019, before everything happened, I had to kind of cut it short because it was kind of too much. Everything was hurting. My wrists, I have a bit of like a wrist injury that was hurting. But this time it just seems like I'm able to kind of rest, recover, and go at it much quicker. In terms of aesthetics, I'm seeing so much change, and not just seeing it, I've measured myself. I did do an Instagram post and reel about it. So I have gained a good amount of weight, and I have gained a few inches here and there, mainly on my glutes, which is the whole purpose of this box. So looking back at my like videos and pictures from maybe like last autumn, like October, November, and looking at them now, there's a huge difference in like my glutes. So, and other people can notice that as well. So very happy about that. I strongly recommend taking creatine, maybe not as a beginner, but if you've been lifting for a while and you just want to kind of enhance your physique, your strength, and you just want to kind of next level see what your body can do, and especially if you want to focus on kind of building muscle and you want that booty. Obviously, so creatine is pretty cheap. It's widely kind of available. There's loads of different types, but I just kind of go for the creatine monohydrate, which is the one that is the main one. And I did a little creatine loading phase where I did take about 15 grams. You have to kind of, it depends on how tall you are and your physique. But I took about 15 grams, I think it was a day, for about 5 to 7 days. So maybe about the little 5 scoop 3 times a day I used to take for about 5 to 7 days. I think I did it for maybe 6 days. And then that just kind of loaded all my kind of creatine stores. And then after that, I just maintain it by taking 1 scoop, which is 5 grams in water a day. And there have been times like I've been on holiday where I haven't, but apart from that, I'm pretty consistent. I usually take it in my water and I sip on it during my workout. It's just easier for me so I don't forget, but like last night I kind of forgot to sip on it in my workout, so I just had it before bed. So yeah, that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little video as well. Don't forget to give me a little follow and subscribe. Check out my other channels as well. But yeah, otherwise I will see you on my next video.